Welcome to another episode of the BaseCamp Barn Project. This episode we prepare to pour the floor. We backfill the foundation, dig trenches for plumbing, and lay our radiant floor heat tubing. You know what time it is. Yep, it's time to get back to work. All right, happy Monday morning after a little snow. We got a dusting last night, so everything's wet and mucky. Sun's going to be coming out here in a little bit, but boys are here backfilling Monday as they scheduled, so it's going to be a mess before it gets better, but at least we're getting something done. Yeah, what a feeling. I'm on top of the wall right now, which was way above my head with all the trenches I was working in, and now they're backfilling it. So it's going to be a whole different animal here in another day or so. Well, how about that? Another beautiful day. We're out here just kind of hanging out by the fire pit. Didn't have much happen today. The boys had a pour today, so I'm sure they were busy till this afternoon. So I suspect we'll probably get the next, I think we need about 8 more inches of gravel to get to our correct height. Basically, 3 inches down is going to be top of floor. So they need another 3 inches, dog. They need another 4 inches below that to establish, the top of this gravel pile. But they haven't really started on this side, although this side seemed to be higher with dirt, regular dirt. Maybe they piled more of it over on this side when they cut this trench in. But yeah, we need another day's worth of gravel pulling in. Well, good morning. Here we are. What is it? Thursday morning in the middle of a snowstorm. It started snowing early this morning, 3 o'clock-ish, and it really hasn't stopped. And look, it's beginning to stick. We've got a couple inches on the car. Natalie's got to go to work, so we're going to have to scrape some windows. Well, that's 2 inches. Couple inches here. All the pipe that we got last night. Got snow on it. The doggie's going, I haven't seen snow in a year. Yeah, she's going, snow. Wow. Anyway, construction has stopped because of the snow. But yesterday, about 2:30 or 3 o'clock, they broke the skid steer. One of the tracks started coming apart. You can't see it here in the snow, but yeah, that track right there is coming apart. So they've ordered another one. It was supposed to show up today. They were supposed to fix it today and finish today, but I think the weather had other ideas. Anyway, it's calm, a little breeze, but not bad. Snowing. It's probably going to snow for another hour or so. And then it said, news said the sun should come out this afternoon. And Monday next week it's supposed to be 60. But nonetheless, we are stalled. There's the dog. What do you think, dog? Huh? What do you think? It's snowing. Yeah, what do you think? Go get it. Go get it. Puedes levantarlo ahí un poquito de para que agarre como pulsando la lava allá para ¿quieres meterlo más? Sí, para que entren los dos pisos. So the snow's just about melted, and they put a bunch of tarps over the gravel there so that it wouldn't freeze overnight. Good call, as they got the tracks replaced on the skid steer, and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing finished up tomorrow. It's supposed to be 60 degrees on Monday, so we're looking good. Here we are, end of the day, Friday. It's gorgeous out. Sun's out. It's really almost too warm for this jersey. The boys finished getting the basic level established, and I think they're pretty close. Now we've got to come in and dig all of our trenches for putting in all of our plumbing under the concrete. So you might be able to see some of the lines that I've painted onto the gravel. We got a couple of important strings established. This one here is a main wall between the living space and the garage. And this one over here is our load-bearing wall. And it goes all the way down, so it's going to hold up part of the roof. But like right here is a sink, a toilet, and the shower with a vent. The sink will have a vent. And then this is our Y that goes on down to our RV drain that we'll be putting in, so we can drain our RV inside if we had to. This is the kitchen sink and vent. Here is our power. It goes over to where our power box will be. This will be our power panel on the other side of the wall. And over on this side, This here is our washer and dryer, or so the clothes washing machine, drain and the vent. We'll have a vent. Somehow we got to get a vent into this corner here. No, there'll be a vent right there. That's it. That's the wall. Here's a shower and a vent. Here's a toilet over here. And here's 2 sinks in both vents. And then here's our water coming in. We got a hole in the concrete over here for our water to come in all the way through a hole in the concrete over there. So our water will be inside of this here utility closet on this side, and so our hot water tank will be in this corner, and we'll distribute all of our water lines along this wall. Pretty much everything's on this wall. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're about lined up for that one. Lined up for that one, kind of. I got one somewhere in here. Yeah, there's one right there. This one's coming up, you know, here. I mean, this wall's popular. Just got back from Olathe, where I got some water pipe. This is we're digging trenches, and we need to get one of them covered up so that we can continue digging trenches. So I had to get some water pipe. Well, I got the PEX pipe, whatever it's called, stuffed through the first hole. That was pretty easy. Now I'm going to try to string it all the way along here and see if I can pull it. Might need 2 people to help feed it. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to try to get over here. I need to get, you know, somewhere in this corner. Once I get the pipe kind of over here and pulled enough for some excess, I'll start stringing it. So I got to string the wall. We got just about everything pulled away from where the wall is. What we want to do is get this water pipe in so we can backfill this hole, this trench, so we can get to that trench. Once we get to that trench, I can finish it. That's the power. That'll have power going over here someplace. Somewhere right here. And then we can fill that trench, and then we can get the last trench pulled all the way to back about where the excavator is for the RV. So we're kind of close, but not really. And then I gotta drill a hole. The hole's about 6 inches too low to going through this here sub wall. But anyway, let's see how this PEX pull goes. All right. It's gonna go right about here, I think. Probably ought to add a pole. Not enough. Come out of the floor. Good 4 or 5 feet. Yeah. Whew, I think so. I had to do a little bit of work here. I had to dig this trench to get to the other side of our exit for our sewer. So I got that dug out. I think it's sloping good. Then I had to do the other end too. And I got that as shorty, but that's fine. And I fixed all of our power that I accidentally ripped out last night when it was getting dark. Duh. Silly me. But there's where our power is going to come in from the wall over there. And then I also had to relocate this hole. So I'm up about, I don't know, 4 inches higher. Yeah, it's kind of loose and wobbly. But I had to get up higher because the slope wasn't right. This is where I'm at. Hopefully this trench here is the last trench we'll see in here. It'll probably take me 2 days to get all this piping done. Sewer pipe, sewer pipe, sewer pipe. I was hoping to get inspected by Wednesday before the next rain. Looks like the next rain's coming in late, so we might have another day. Maybe Thursday. We'll see. But got work to do. Yeah, I got probably a half hour before the sun goes.
Yep, about a half hour.
We just got inspected for our plumbing system and we got the thumbs up. Everything is good. So I'm hoping to bury this stuff here this weekend so I can start the floor heat system stuff. But I figured let's film this because once it's covered up, you'll never see it again. So we're starting outside here. As you can see, I've got to clean out right there. Now I got a cobweb in my face. And I got a puppy here too who's dirty. Right? You a dirty puppy? You a dirty puppy? I know, she liked the snow. We got snow here last night. Maybe an inch, Trace. Enough to stick to the ground. Enough to make a snowball or two for the dog to catch. But it's already melted. The field is way gone. There isn't any left here either. I was looking inside of this. I didn't see any. But anyway, here's the plumbing. So we're starting here at this end. This is the high side. We've got a sink a sink, a water closet, a shower, and a clothes washer drain. So there's one vent, two vents on this side, and this all tees out and goes through that hole in the wall. If you recall, I had to raise it about 5 inches, so that was a bit of work. Then we come on this side, and I got a drain for the sink. That's power coming in. That'll be on the other side of the wall. But here's a sink. And then we're walking through the living room. And down this line here, we put in a drain for the RV. So once we park the RV inside, if we need a drain in the middle of winter or a rainstorm or something silly, we'll have a RV dump station over there. And then here's the bathroom number 2. We got a sink, a toilet, and a shower. And we also have everything under pressure, 5 psi. We're going to keep that plugged in until we get concrete, I guess. Probably just keep it until we're ready to do something next. That'll be in a number of months. And then let's see if we can get over to the water line, because that'll get buried too. This blue line coming out from a hole in the foundation here is the water line. It's got 10 psi on it. I'll show it to you here in a minute. Let's see if I can do this without jiggling the camera too much. But the water line goes through the wall down there and comes out over here. It's pressurized also. And it comes out on the other side over here. Quite low. It's over 4 feet down. And then we'll have to trench it all the way over to the T that we already have in the line over there. But yeah, on the other side of this wall is our exit. Right down there. And so that'll go over to the septic system where our foam blocks are. So there you go. That was a relief. Sometimes you just never know what inspectors will say. But pretty happy. I'm sorry I didn't show you the minutia of gluing pipe together, because that's kind of mundane. But nonetheless, the result is what I just showed you, and it's pretty simple. You put the T's in the right spot and in the right orientation, and make sure they're, you know, off of the wall in the right spot on the wall where you're gonna, you know, come up through the concrete. Toilet's got to be, you know, 12.5 inches away from the wall, counting sheetrock. You know, stuff like that. You know, you got to be right. So I wanted to show you this before I took it all apart. But I used lumber. So this is a 2x6, which is what this wall is. And I marked where all the studs are going to be from this end in this section to this wall, and from that wall this way, so I can mark where the stuff all goes, so I'm not putting something right in the middle of a stud. And then it also gives me a good reference for, you know, where to put these pipes and put everything. And then from there, you know, actually the string line, I used other pieces of board to figure out where some of these other things go. Like this toilet here was out in the middle of no man's land. And even this morning I had to re-verify where I was in space to make sure I'm in the right spot. I'm really good. I know confident I'm on this way because I got a concrete wall basically saying where that wall is. But I was guessing where I needed to come from this way. And as it turns out, I was right, but I had to remeasure because I can fix it right now if I had to. But I don't have to. There's really no reason to move it. I mean, maybe it'd be nice if it was this way a little bit off of the wall, but it's got almost 20 inches to that wall. It's got 20 inches to this wall. It's going to be a very roomy toilet room. Really, everything for that anyway is dictated where the door goes to get into the pantry on the other side of this wall, because I can't move it this way any further because of where the stove is, and I really can't move it that way any further. That makes the bedroom smaller. So it's locked in. I'm not going to move nothing. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. See, I got studs, stud, stud, stud. I know where my shower drain is supposed to be from this wall. I know where my sink is supposed to be. I know where my other wall is for the little closet that's down there. And I did the same thing down there. I knew where all the walls were supposed to be. So I guess if we really save these lumbers with the marks on them, we can use them for when we make the walls. That way everybody's on the same page. But figured I'd show you. It took me roughly a day and a half to glue this all together, but it took me a half a day or more to measure everything and make sure everything was in the right spot before we started gluing. So it really was darn near a 3-day process to do this, you know, by myself. The gluing wasn't hard, it just was the layout that, you know, really, you got to be absolutely sure. It's really hard to fix something under concrete, you know, later in the date. If it was under a subfloor or something, it'd be easier, but this is under concrete, so you don't get a second chance. So I guess to just clean up my mess, we'll take the string line down, take the boards out, make sure there's no tools left, because I imagine they'll all get buried. And we're ready for the next step. Thank goodness, one step at a time is about all I can think about right now. But I'm really happy. So this is a major accomplishment here, getting the sewer pipes underground process done, or the plumbing done. The underground plumbing. Lots of work. A lot of work. We got it all leveled out. They were working yesterday for a good five hours or so. And I'm just now beginning to put my blocks down. I'm thinking to get my sneakers or something so I don't get it dirty. Well, of course it's going to get covered with concrete, and I got to put down a vapor barrier, so I guess I need to do that first. But I just wanted to see these blocks, how they lock together. They're kind of cool. The bottom side is got a little pattern so that they fit and stack well. And then they got these little knobs right here to lock together. You know, one side has got knobs and the other side has got receptacles in there. So they supposedly lock together. We're 5.5 blocks wide. I need to cut blocks to get to that width. And then, I don't remember, we're going to have to make a divide wall here. Because we got to have a little bit of a divot for concrete to go into for supporting a little bit of a wall here. Kind of like we're going to put in here on this back wall. We got to put in a divot. Anyway, that's the project for today, is to figure out how to lay some pipe. I got coils of PEX sitting here ready, and we had a beautiful sunrise this morning, but now it's cloudy and cold. So, we're working today. We'll see how far we get. sunglasses here. Even in the mountain sun, it's pretty bright. Anyway, I need the blocks that the camera's on. It's all good. Got all the foam what's it called? Hydrofoam. It's a Nudura product down. So we're just about ready to start putting some tubing in. So it's going to be in this little room here. It's called the utility room. And it's got a curve up. Natalie's getting the curve up pieces. And it's going to curve up on this side of the wall, so we're going to have to stake it in, but we're going to start on this side, and then I'm going to do the very first run. It's going to go down to that bathroom and come back. It should be 205 feet. That's what the calculation says. And then we'll do another run going down to do the bedroom and come back. That should be 240-ish feet. And then we'll carry on, but let's see how this works. This is Mr. Peck's. This is supposed to be the easiest pipe to use. It's a little cold because it's been sitting in the shade. We've got sunlight now, so I'm hoping it goes easy because the wind is picking up. So let's see. We're in the middle of figuring this out. So we've got 2 runs done. The bathroom and entryway is 1 run. And this bedroom, number 2, is the other run. And they both come across basically underneath the kitchen counter. This is our entryway to the garage, so it's kind of useless, but it also comes across the backside of our shower. So I don't have any more room there. And I've got to do 2 runs here in this middle of this room, and I don't know how to make that happen. I think I got to come out this way down here, or come in this way, do a loop, go out, maybe around the backside. It's tight over there. It's tight over there, but this is what we're kind of figuring out. We got to figure this out kind of on the run here. Those runs worked out good. We got maybe 20 feet of pipe left on that 500 footer. This is a 300 on this side, another 300 on this side, and I got a 500 that will split in half to do all of that, which we should be able to do. It's about the same size as that, and it's a little bit closer, so it should work out. But anyway, laying pipe. We'll try to get some video. We got maybe an hour left here before the sun goes away. So we're back to work. So as you can see, we are getting our floor poured today. About half of it. They're going to do half of it today and then probably the other half tomorrow. We got trucks everywhere. This is the second truck. I think we're doing 4 trucks today. Hope you can hear me over all the noise. But we'll get there, one thing at a time. Let's get this floor poured, make sure there's no problems, and I'll be very relieved.
can, then I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic's rising up in you. Why won't you tell me something new? Don't you think for the people the best? If I pack my stuff, I'll leave sooner than this. Don't you think for the people the best? If I pack my stuff, I'll leave sooner than this. Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your death without making a mess at you. Why won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drive my stuff and leave sooner than this. I drive my stuff and leave sooner than this. And I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people the best? If I pack my stuff and leave sooner than this. Don't you think for the people the best? If I pack my stuff and leave sooner than this. Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your death without making a mess at you. Why won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while.